got 5,500 spell damage, about 43% on the crit, 2,200 stam recovery. Pretty good stuff. Let's see what the physical resists look like if I just kind of buff up real quick. Now, this should be only about 25k physical and spell resist, but it goes up to like 31. It goes up to 31k when everything's procced and like the blood spawn's procced. So really good stuff. Okay, let us get into the race attribute in Mundus. For the race, I am Red Guard. The reason I did this is for the reduction to the snares, right? Take some of the time off that. Increase my max stam. That's pretty good. And this right here, it's 402 stam recovery, or stam sustain, okay? Really good stuff. That's why I chose it. And honestly, it would be better to go with Imperial. Imperial would be better, or even just going with a damage race. This is what I kind of had on here from years ago when I was like leveling this thing up, and I just kind of like kept it. But I'm probably going to change it to Imperial just to give you a heads up. So, okay, and the Mundus is the Thief for critical rating on the front and back bar. Okay, and the attributes is 23 in health, 41 to stand. Okay, really good stuff. Let's go to the consumables. Okay, go to the consumables. For consumables, I am using Jewels of Misrule. Okay, good recovery and some health. Okay, for the potions, I am using Tri-Stat potions. Okay, pretty good. And for the poison, I am using a double dot poison on the back bar for a specific reason and to have a higher uptime. Okay, really good stuff. Okay, let us go to the sets. Let's go to the sets real quick. For the front bar, some basic stuff here. We got Order's Wrath, Nern with a shock enchant, that's the vulnerability, 5% damage, okay? And then over here we got the Charged, that's for the status effect, as well as get some recovery from the overcharged status effect from the magic damage done, and a little bit of recoveries. Really good stuff, okay? And then for the back bar, I'm doing Rallying Cry. I was doing like a different little setup, and it was like really nice, and I was enjoying it a lot. But if you really want to just brawl and you're getting zerged down, yeah, you just put the Rallying Cry on for sure. You can go defending if you want. It's not necessary. I like the charge on the back bar too. I just want to make sure that those status effects are going off because I'm trying to stack them for one of my CP passives. So really good stuff. Okay, 2-piece blood spawn. Okay, you can do Balorg if you want. I'm doing blood spawn so that I can get faster ults and everything. It's really good. Okay, we're in all prismatic. We got chest trainee reinforced, getting some more armor. Okay, and I got the 1 light, by the way, 1 light. Okay, and then 3 medium orders on the body here, all prismatic. I got 3 impen, 1 well fitted. Got another impen over here. You can kind of see how it worked out. Pretty nice. I went with 2 stam recovery glyphs on the infused, just so I can really jump in. I was getting zerged down by a lot of people, cold fires and everything, so I was like, you know what, let me just get real thirsty right back. Instead of playing defensive and all that, I'm like, let me just get some more recovery so I can just thirst them more. So, pretty good stuff. And then, Markin Ring of Majesty. More, you know, mitigation and just some basic stuff. I like it. And spell damage infused. Really good. Okay, so let us go into the skills. Let's do the skills next. We'll try to make this a nice quick build video. Real nice. Okay, let's go into the skills. For the back bar, we have right here Living Dark, Elemental Susceptibility. Okay, this is a really nice heal, snare, everything. It's really nice. Plus, it's an easy way to proc your minor sorcery if you're like trying to kite a zerg, you know. Elemental Susceptibility. This is gonna put 3 status effects on the person, which has basically it's 3 dots. Ends up being 3 dots, but it also procs my CP passive. okay, and it's major breach, okay. And then our burst heal real quick. Give me 1 second while I handle this issue. Oh, we're gonna buff all the way up for no damn reason. Okay. Let me move over here real quick. So anyway, like I was saying, back bar, Honor the Dead. This turns into a lot of mag recovery. I forgot what it is. I think it's like 1,000 or 1,200, 1,000 or 1,200 mag recovery if you use it only when you need to, like in low health situations. Okay, Rune Focus. It's more healing. See, 2,000 health per second. Really good. Okay, it's really good stuff. And that's also my armor buff, of course. And I have a purge. I have to put the purge on. There's just so many people dogging you down. Plus, as soon as you start popping heal, you have just everyone with cold fires and just zerging you, and it's just you need that purge to just take everything off you. It made it way easier, so I just want to put it back on. Okay, Remembrance, major protections, a little healing ult for your back bar, get insane resists. You know, really good stuff. And let's go to the front bar. So Camo Hunter, it's 210 weapon damage for being on the bar passively to the Fighters Guild abilities, Fighters Guild line, right? But it's our crit rating and our Berserk, 5% damage, and our crit rating for our front bar. Okay, Vigor, it's our heal and our resistances. Okay, Radiant Oppression, really strong. This is the damage morph. This isn't the weaker morph that gives you a little bit of a heal with it. Definitely go with the stronger morph. It's really strong. It's kind of cracked. Binding Javelin. This is just an unblockable stun. You cannot block it. It just absolutely stuns it. It's such a hard, like a super hard CC. Jabs. That's going to be our spell damage buff. Snares them. Does a bunch of really good stuff. Remember, our back bar, we're snaring them with Living Dark, and we're snaring them with jabs. Pretty much as soon as they get on top of you, they hit you, and then you hit them back, it's like they're pretty much like, they think they're desynced. Crescent Sweep. This is super hard hitting, and on top of that, it is magic damage, so you can proc some more status effect to get another chance to do that. But it costs 71 ult. So it's 71 ult, on top of the fact that I have blood spawn, so it's really strong. So that is the skills. That's the setup right here. Let me go to the champion points really fast. Bow. Merry Christmas. For the blue section, I'm doing Fighting Finesse. So healing and damage. Okay, good stuff. Go over here. Force of Nature. So I have poisons on my back bar. I have flame, flame, shock, and frost damage. And I also have, what else do I got? I got a few, like magic and a little of this, a little of that. But it stacks pretty thick and gives me some really good penetration, so it doesn't really show it in the stat sheet, but you get some pretty thick penetrations with breach and with this, so people just melt. Moving on. So that's that, and then I went with Duelistry buff. Okay, we're gonna be sitting and squatting right in the middle and banging it out. Okay, I was doing it yesterday or this morning. I was in there with no damage mitigation bubbles, all damage sets. I was going crazy, and it was super hard to kill me, but eventually I died, and I didn't have enough comfort to go offensive, and I was just going like all defensive, and I was like, let me just make it a little easier, because there's plenty of damage on the build to just kind of like nuke people anyways. It's just blood spawn and maybe these 2 mitigation bubbles. That's all I need. It's fine. So and then 6% right here, Ironclad. So I switched it up like this, and we're getting some pretty nasty X's with this. People say the Stamplar is not good right now, but it's pretty good. So Fighting Finesse, Force of Nature, Duelistry buff, and Ironclad. Okay, let's go to the red section. Red section, I am doing Boundless Vitality for more health, Fortified for some just armor all around at all times. Stuff. Right here we got Juggernaut, 5%. I'm purging, so I want this 5% damage when I'm stunned. It's basically going to replace your Pain's Refuge since we're purging. Okay, really, really good stuff. And Relentless. So basically, anytime I'm stunned or anything like that, the only time they can really get me when I'm not really holding block with my staff and everything like that, then you know I'm gonna have major protection when I get stunned. So as well as 5%. So both these at the same time. So 1, 2, you get 15% mitigation anytime you're stunned, as well as this. You basically get 20% mitigation anytime you're really in danger. You're getting 20% mitigation while having the purge, which is really, really good. Okay. And are we missing anything? Fortified, there. Nope, that's everything. Juggernaut, Boundless Vitality, Fortified, and the Relentlessness. Really, really good. I just made it just dummy thick with just all out damage, full damage sets. So I compromised, put it in a little bit, put it into a little bit of a limbo from what I want to what needs to kind of be on there. So it's pretty good like that though. Alright, the tips. So the tips would be 1, don't die. 2, keep your Living Dark up. Make sure that you're heavy attacking. Constantly heavy attack with your Ice Staff. It gives you a massive damage. See it? It gives you a damage shield. You get the damage shield, then boom, get that on there, start light attacking, because you want to get those status effects on there. Okay? So that's one of the biggest things. But the biggest thing is really get those heavy attacks. Stay in your rune. That's the next tip. Stay in your rune. I mean, you can run around, you can do whatever, but if you're getting dogged down, I mean, like by the whole Zerg, stay right there in your rune and start healing, get your Living Dark up, everything like that. Purge, get all this stuff off you, heavy attack some more. Oh, stun, right? And then get a couple jabs real quick, and then you can usually, you know, go offensive. But that's pretty much it. Make sure you're sidestepping. So like, let's say like I come over here, make sure I go like this, right? Boom. I sidestep. See how I stun him and I step to the side because I want to activate my Camo Hunter like that. See if I go like this, boom. You can look at my hands. I don't know if I did it or not. You can usually see by the hands, but yeah, make sure you're doing crit damage from flank. So stun him and get to the side of him and then hit the crescent sweep. Jab, 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 and then Radiant Oppression. That's pretty much the tips, you know. Make sure you block. You know, make sure you block big stuns, you know what I mean? Keep your vigor rolling at all times because it's your, you know, armor buff. This is just basic stuff. So let us go to the fashion really fast. Let's go to the fashion and then I'll send you to some gameplay after that. Okay? So let's do fashion collection. We'll go to the appearance. Hats. Just for this holiday season, I do New Life Festival cap. It's Christmassy, I guess. Okay. Hairstyle. I went with the standing flame just so that I could get some skin on the neck. Okay, it's the right thing to do. Got some lipstick on it. It was a girl character. I don't know what the hell I was doing. This is from years ago. So I did the best I could. I just tried to do girly things on it. So I don't know. Put the lipstick on it and some lashes, I guess. I don't know. I got it all set up nice. But the costume is the bathing towel. Somewhere in there. There's bathing towel. Okay. Really good stuff. And for the body marking, I'm doing the blood rune body markings. That's pretty much it. I guess I'll show you the personality, by the way, is Scholar. That's why I'm writing in the book. And one more thing. I think there's an earring and some kind of little medallion thing. So pretty good stuff. Let me go to the mount tier. For the mount I am doing, I believe, the Fire Camel. This is the Fire Camel. Really good stuff. Okay. Let me show you which one that is. Mount Camelet. It's Camelets and Flame Astronaut Camel. Really good stuff. Okay. And non-combat pet is not domestic. It might be exotic. What may it be? Daedric? Scorpion Pyroling. Maybe that's how you say that. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so that's about it. wait, one more thing. I believe the weapons are in the Dark Elf style. Dark Elf style on the swords. If we can zoom in on that. Dark Elf style on the swords. Something kind of basic, not too fancy, not too fancy. And I believe this is Daggerfall Covenant on the Ice Staff. Kind of basic, but pretty cool. Okay, that's about it. That's the build. This one's pretty nasty. I was gonna release a different build for you guys. I was gonna release something that had like the dual wield ult and stuff like that. It was really good, but it was just kind of like, I don't know. You do so much damage with the crescent sweep and everything. I was like, I could kill so much more people. I was doing some pretty nasty stuff, but I just don't like waiting. I like to be able to kill people, and then you know, I just found myself too defensive on it, so I kind of messed around and found that this was the nastiest setup I could find that just made it just super easy to X with. But yeah, so a few corrections that I had to make. Had to get some guildies surged me down a little bit for me to, you know, stress test it a little bit, and after that I decided to definitely switch it up and set the bar up like this, got some testing in, and oh my god, here is the gameplay. I'm out.
To be taking the air, sitting, walking on velvet green, walking on velvet green, distant cows lowing, never again, but with your legs in the air, loving, walking on velvet green. Won't you have company? Yes, take it in your hands. Go down a velvet green with a countryman who's a young girl's fancy and an old maid's dream. Tell your mother that you walked all night on velvet green. One dusky hop fires right up to the north. There lies your reputation, all that you were. Where the scent of wild roses stands the milk green. Tell your mother that you walked all night on velvet green. And the long grass flowers in the evening cool, and August red lights, maybe April's fool. But think not of that, my love, I'm tied against the sea, and I am growing up to meet you down on velvet green.